When Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union, a Soviet army tank commander and a nurse had a son nicknamed Sheva. Originally from a small village in eastern Ukraine, they moved to Kyiv when he was 9. He soon developed an interest in sports, joining his school's football and boxing teams. His life changed drastically when rumors of a disaster spread, but the government kept it secret, preventing panic. Eventually, authorities evacuated the school children to Donetsk by the sea, leaving them in a camping park. After about 3 months, their parents were allowed to retrieve them, revealing the Chernobyl nuclear plant explosion and its radiation exposure. That same year, as life resumed, Sheva entered a football tournament and was scouted by Dynamo Kyiv, beginning his journey to become the club's greatest player and Ukraine's legend, Andriy Shevchenko. Welcome back to my channel, friends. I'm glad to have you here as we explore the remarkable journey of Andriy Shevchenko. At Dynamo Kyiv, Sheva's talent was evident, and he progressed quickly. 4 years later, at 14, he was awarded boots by Ian Rush for being the top scorer in a tournament sponsored by the Liverpool legend. He played his first professional match for Dynamo's B team at 16, featuring in only 6 matches that season without scoring. The following season was transformative as he became the B team's top scorer, achieved his first career hat trick, and moved to the first team. He debuted against Shakhtar Donetsk and helped win both the league and the cup. Although he struggled to score frequently, he earned his first national team match against Croatia. Winning the league in all 5 seasons at the club made this less surprising for Sheva. Internationally, despite multiple Champions League attempts, Dynamo never achieved much, even with Shevchenko's full effort. At 21, he scored a hat-trick at Camp Nou. In his last season, they reached the semi-finals, narrowly losing to Bayern despite his goal. That year, he scored twice against Bayern, 3 against Real Madrid, 1 against Arsenal, and 4 more, totaling 8 goals in 10 Champions League matches, accounting for 47% of Dynamo's goals in all but 1 in the knockout stages. This performance highlighted his need for a move to a bigger team, and many clubs were eager to sign him. Just when you thought Shevchenko's story couldn't get any more dramatic, a twist in his career changes everything. AC Milan signed Shevchenko for €24 million in 1999, a significant fee at the time. At 22, he arrived with an impressive resume of 10 club titles. Many expected him to win more in Italy, but his first success came in 2003. Initially, Milan won only 3 of their first 14 matches, but Shevchenko still scored 8 goals, including a hat-trick against Lazio. He ended the season with 24 league goals, becoming one of 5 foreign players to be Serie A top scorer in their debut season, joining legends like Michel Platini and Gunnar Nordahl. His second season started with 6 goals in 3 matches, again finishing with 24 league goals, but Milan only managed a 6th place finish. The 2002-2003 season was mixed. He missed 2 months due to knee surgery but scored against Real Madrid and Inter Milan in crucial matches. Despite only managing 10 goals that season, 4 came in the Champions League, helping Milan win their 6th European title and making Shevchenko the first Ukrainian to lift the Champions League trophy. The day after winning the Champions League, Shevchenko flew to Kiev to place his medal on the grave of his former Dynamo Kyiv coach, Valery Lobanovsky, who had died that year. During his remaining time at Milan, Shevchenko excelled, scoring the only goal in the 2003 European Super Cup against Porto and finishing as Serie A top scorer with 24 goals, leading AC Milan to a coveted trophy. This performance solidified his reputation as one of the best strikers and all-around players in the world. He started the next season with 17 goals in 20 matches, including a hat-trick against Lazio, and won the Italian Super Cup. By the end of the year, Shevchenko won the Ballon d'Or, being recognized as the world's best player, ahead of Ronaldinho and Deco, while Thierry Henry missed the podium despite his 30 Premier League goals and leading Arsenal to an undefeated season. The following season, despite missing a month and a half due to a facial fracture, Shevchenko scored 6 Champions League goals, including 2 against Inter and Barcelona. He reached his 2nd Champions League final, but Milan lost to Liverpool in the Miracle of Istanbul, conceding 3 goals in 6 minutes and losing on penalties. The next season, likely frustrated, he started strong with 7 goals in 9 matches and scored 4 in a single Champions League match. Despite these performances and scoring twice against Bayern, Milan didn't reach the final, losing to Barcelona in the semi-finals. The previous summer, Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich had offered €73 million plus Hernan Crespo for Shevchenko, but Milan only took Crespo on loan. Shevchenko grew increasingly interested in joining Chelsea, attracted by the high offer and the chance to play under José Mourinho. As the season ended, he refused a contract renewal with Milan, and the club settled on a €44 million transfer fee. Mourinho had such confidence in Shevchenko's abilities that he gave him the number 7 shirt. However, the goals didn't come as expected, with Shevchenko scoring only 14 in 51 matches. Despite winning both domestic cups, Chelsea failed to win the league. He did manage to score his 57th Champions League goal, placing him second only to Gerd Müller in the competition's history. His second season was disastrous. With Mourinho's departure and Shevchenko's ankle injury, he was out for nearly 3 months and saw little playing time upon return. New coach Avram Grant did not include Shevchenko in his plans, even as Chelsea reached the Champions League final. AC Milan offered to take him on loan, but Shevchenko, who once dominated Serie A, couldn't score a single league goal. Upon returning to Chelsea, Carlo Ancelotti, his former coach at Milan, quickly decided to let him go after seeing his form. Past his prime, Shevchenko returned to his first professional team, Dynamo Kyiv, averaging 10 goals a season while playing on the left wing. He remained one of the league's best players but finished second to Shakhtar Donetsk each of his 3 years before retiring. For Ukraine, he scored 48 goals in 111 matches, only playing in 2 international tournaments and reaching the quarterfinals of the 2006 World Cup, where they were knocked out by Italy. Though this might seem unimpressive, his efforts inspired future Ukrainian teams, leading to consistent Euro qualifications. Shevchenko's failure at Chelsea could be attributed to Abramovich's desire for a star striker clashing with Mourinho's no-diva philosophy. Mourinho made it clear in a press conference that Shevchenko, treated like a prince in Milan, had to prove himself at Chelsea. Their conflict and relationships with Abramovich likely led to mutual departures. Shevchenko was a well-rounded striker with exceptional goal-scoring instincts, speed, and off-the-ball movement, often taking a free role to progress the ball. He was compared to Marco van Basten, favoring physicality over grace, making him a complete striker. One last point, Andriy Shevchenko was a standout player in crucial matches throughout his career, consistently delivering key performances against top teams in both domestic leagues and the Champions League. His ability to rise to the occasion showcased a level of clutchness comparable to Cristiano Ronaldo. After his playing days, Shevchenko transitioned into politics and later became Ukraine's national team coach, achieving notable success. Chelsea fans might still remember him fondly, and there were even rumors that he could have replaced Frank Lampard as coach at one point. Shevchenko's exceptional finishing ability led to many memorable goals, even though he struggled later in his career. He had an innate sense of positioning, always finding and creating space to be a constant threat on the field. Known for his speed and physical prowess, he was also dominant in aerial play. His superb touch and ball control allowed him to create opportunities with ease. Mentally, he was composed and unfazed, a silent leader who led by example. His career faced challenges due to some wasted prime years in Ukraine and injuries during his time at Chelsea. Despite these setbacks, his flair for scoring in diverse ways remained undeniable. Though he won only 1 major international trophy and 2 major league titles, his Ballon d'Or win underscores his greatness. As a football icon, Shevchenko might not be as universally recognized as some other players, but his skill and impact on the game place him among legends like Eric Cantona, Rivaldo, and Alessandro Del Piero. Shevchenko's legacy as a complete striker and a big game performer continues to inspire fans and players alike. Thank you for watching this deep dive into his illustrious career. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more football stories. See you next time.